Tell me if we're live. If we're live, give me the thumbs up in the comments. We are live. We are live. Are we live? I don't know. Are we live? Let me know. Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me clearly? And yeah, we are here. We are here. Just give me the heads up, and then we can get the intro sorted out. We live? Are we live? Are we live, people? Yes, we are live. You can hear me. Yes, my people. Actually, my intro's like this. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Bows14, and welcome back to your boys' channel. And today we are here live and direct for the final hour of the transfer window. Transfer deadline day is here. It's been manic. Things have been happening, and yeah, let's just say this is the breaking news. Let's forget about all of the other stuff. Like, subscribe, yes, great. But the thing here right now is Arsenal have made their third offer for Douglas Luiz. Now, yesterday night we spoke about Palmeiras' Danilo as an example of someone who Arsenal could sign. They made a £20 million offer. But in terms of now and today in the morning, Douglas Luiz is the player that Arsenal have been chasing. They made their first offer in the morning. That was rejected. That was £20 million. Their second offer was made of £23 million in the afternoon. That was also rejected. And now in the final hour of the window or so, Arsenal have come in again with a brand new offer, their third and I'm guessing final offer. And as David Ornstein says, Arsenal understood to have made the third offer for Douglas Luiz. Latest proposal said to be £25 million. Aston Villa are adamant he is not leaving. The 24-year-old did have an Aston Villa recovery session today, and he's been in Birmingham this eve. Arsenal are still pushing. Now, I don't know what's happening. I seriously don't know what's happening, right? But it's just, I can't lie, it looks a bit like a panic. It looks very panicky. Luiz is a player that Arsenal have appreciated for a long time. We spoke about him before the window opened. He was one of Arsenal's, transfer targets that was touted around. But I think in terms of this transfer here, first things first, I'm not convinced about the player. So I'm not too fussed about if it happens or doesn't happen. I don't think he's the long-term solution. I don't think he's a game changer, a level raiser. I think he'd be an alright signing, but for £25 million, I think Arsenal could have gone better. But in terms of the offer itself, I don't think Aston Villa are going to accept. And I don't think they have accepted either. Because you're looking at the time of the window, 1 hour left of the window. If Luiz was your guy, he's always had 1 year left on his contract. He's always been available in the market. And yet you waited till the final day to make your move. I think it's a bit panicky. It looks very panicky, and I'm not the most impressed by this sort of transfer strategy. Has it been accepted or rejected? I'm not quite sure, but I expect for the bid to be rejected. I don't expect it to be accepted. Because why would you accept it off in the last hour of the window? Now, there is some rumours going around that Douglas Luiz is in London, as in he was travelling this afternoon. It was some Arsenal FBI agents who spotted him leaving his house in some sort of, I guess, chauffeur. And there is this idea that Luiz is actually in London right now, hoping the Arsenal transfer goes through. He wants to move. This is not a matter of Luiz is kind of not convinced about Arsenal. He is practically pushing for the move. But Aston Villa are being very stern here, very, very hard, and they're really playing hard to get here. So unless we see a last second accepting of his deal, I just don't think Arsenal are going to sign this midfielder, which is looking like it was going to be Douglas Luiz. At one stage today, I was a bit confident, but as the hours have progressed, that confidence has disappeared. I have completely gone from this is happening to, you know what, I just don't see it happening. And if you look at Villa's record of transfers, they are hard negotiators. The prime example is Jack Grealish. They waited and waited and waited until a team paid his £100 million release clause, and then they let him go. Even Chelsea's new signing in Chukwuemeka, I think he's 19, 18, 20. He's an unproven player. They got £20 million for him. Villa are a team that they have their negotiations, and if you don't agree to their terms, they're not going to sell their players, especially in the last hour of the transfer window. Big up to all 3,000 of you guys that are in the chat right now. It's a sensational from you guys. The support over the window has been amazing, but listen, right now the focus is on the Arsenal transfers, and I don't know what's going to happen. Let's go into let's see what else is happening, because right now it is looking massively like a panic. I'm going to look around to see if there's any new updates. We've got an update from Fabrizio Romano, who also is live on his Twitch. But I don't think this bid's going to be accepted. I don't expect it to be accepted. But, okay, if we are to go here. Right, here we got the latest from Romano. He says, the pursuit of Douglas Luiz, they are trying everything, but it is really difficult. We will see until the end. Now, there are also other rumours from other reporters as well, which I'm going to get up on screen right now, saying that Arsenal's bid has been rejected. We've got one here from James Ollie, so let's get that up on the screen right now. There you go here. So it says, Arsenal's third bid for Douglas Luiz in the region of £25 million has been rejected. Villa have been adamant all day they wouldn't sell. Looks like there's virtually no chance now. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is it's something. First of all, I have to say, look, if Arsenal have tried their hardest today to get the player done, they've tried their hardest. And to be fair, I'm a bit surprised Villa haven't accepted, because at the same time, I understand how they work as a club, but he's got 1 year left on his contract. So it's either you sell him now and you get £25 million, or you get nothing at the end of the season. So, is he worth, wasting £25 million? I don't know. I don't think he is. But at the same time, that's the Villa's choice. They are choosing to not sell the player. They've been very strong. And I'm going to say right now, and I've always backed Arsenal, and I have to give credit to Edu Gaspar in this window and what he had done. But I will say I have not been most impressed by the ending of Arsenal's window. Because, let's just be honest here for a second. How many times were we told, mystery wide forward, sell to buy players, Arsenal are going to sign a midfielder, Arteta saying we're pushing, we're trying, we're this, that. I appreciate it's not easy to sign players. And we have signed some good players. I'm not going to come out here overreactionary and say Arsenal have had an awful window. But I kind of feel the ending to the window has been underwhelming. And I'm saying that in the sense of, let's be honest here for a second. Arsenal had an opportunity. You look at Chelsea, they look at shambles. Spurs, I'm not fully convinced. United, they won today, but again, they weren't convincing. Liverpool as well, not convincing. Even though City are amazing, Arsenal for me had an opportunity to be proactive, to spend some extra money and sign some, future targets for next summer or next window. Now bring it forwards and secure not just Champions League, but maybe something beyond that. That's my biggest concern. My biggest concern is that. And I know people will say, there's a comment here that's saying FFP might be a concern. I don't think it is. I don't really think it is, because, Chelsea is spending £270 million. So if they can spend that much money, and I think they're trying to sign more players, then why can't Arsenal spend? Arsenal, who are this massive club that have all the stadium revenue, that have all the shirt sales and sponsorships, we make enough money to sign players. And I think even Arteta said that Arsenal are compliant with FFP. This is not a matter of the money is not available. I don't think I can even have a go at the owners here and saying, it's Stan's fault, it's Josh's fault, because they're not giving them. I think the money is available. I just think Arsenal have been a bit naive. I think they got a bit comfortable. I think Edu, and this is just an assumption by the way, I could be completely false here, but I think he's made his signings, with his, the 5 signings he made, and gone, right, I'm happy with that. Right, if anything else becomes available, we'll kind of sign someone. And he's hoping that this negotiation with Tielemans might come through, or this Luiz thing, last day of the window, Villa going to have to accept. But it hasn't worked. The strategy has failed. Arsenal have failed towards the end of the window. I wouldn't say the window itself is a failure, because I think Arsenal are going to do good things this season with the players we have signed. But now you look at 2 positions here. If you go into the start of the window, our key priorities was a striker, a defensive midfielder to back up Partey, because that cost us last season, and I'd also say a wide forward to back up Bukayo Saka. Those were, I'd say, our 3 priorities. Left back was needed, of course, I heard that as well. Right back, blah, blah, blah. Centre back, I've heard it. But those were the 3 priorities, to sign those 3 players. And we've got a striker. Jesus is amazing. I love Jesus. Midfield, though. We chased Tielemans for all window. We chased Tielemans as if Tielemans was the guy. I've spoken about Tielemans so many times. But quite clearly, there's something about Tielemans that Arsenal just don't want to sign him. They just don't want to sign him. No matter what we say about Tielemans, us fans can rate him as much as they want. But Arsenal, for whatever reason, have not made their offer. And they clearly have money, because if they're spending £25 million on Luiz, or bidding that at least, then why would they not do the same for Tielemans, who is available for the same price tag? So clearly there is something about Tielemans that we don't understand as fans, or something in the profile, or whatever it is. Or maybe, and this is also a scenario, Arsenal are just being, I don't want to say cheapskates, but they're playing the longer game. They're playing the longer game here is you wait until the January transfer window or summer transfer window next season and you sign him on a free transfer. And some fans will see that as penny pinching. Some fans will see it as they're being clever and they're saving themselves £25 million. As an Arsenal fan, not an Arsenal accountant or someone whose money's been taken here, I don't care if we sign him this window or the summer. I just want the best for the team. So if Arsenal can get their goals for this season without Tielemans, amazing. I don't think any fans will care. But if Arsenal struggle and Arsenal have key injuries, which always can happen, especially in the World Cup, we're forgetting the World Cup here. Forget about the Europa League and the Thursday, Sunday. World Cup, mid-season World Cup. So many of our players are going to the World Cup. God forbid if injuries occur or something happens. Just forget about the injuries, but even fatigue. Then how are we going to cope? How are we going to cope unless we sign more players in January? So again, I think we made a good start. There was a good plan, a good strategy. It was clear, it was precise. They were doing it. Fans were happy. And Arsenal have done great things on the pitch. 5 wins out of 5. We can't forget that. But I just think towards the end, if Arsenal were a little bit more proactive, and got their stuff sorted out, we could have signed maybe 2 players or at least 1 player to come out of this window without the backup right winger for Bukayo Saka and a backup defensive midfielder with El Neni out for a long period of time. Partey we're unsure of. I think is a bit of a shambles. And I'm trying my best not to be overreactionary and go, oh, it's transfers, it's the be-all, end-all, and if we don't sign players, Arsenal are going to fail. And I've seen some fans go, we're not getting top 4 now. I don't think that's the case. But I'm very wary of last season, what cost us Champions League football towards the end of the season. Forget about the managers and tactics or whatever. We didn't have depth. Partey got injured, Sambi couldn't play there. Tierney got injured, Tavares couldn't play there. And that cost us. That cost us Champions League football. But this season, yeah, you got Zinchenko, so you sorted that out. Sambi's going to get better, and maybe he can fill in for Partey. And if Partey's only out for 2 weeks' time, and he comes back in 2 weeks' time, and he's playing again, then all amazing. But I just think, tactically, we're there. I think Mikel Arteta is doing a great job tactically, and Arsenal, the plan is there, the vision is there, you can see it on the pitch, everything looks amazing. But apart from that, in terms of the squad, I don't think we are. I think we're just a little bit short. I don't think we're too short in the sense of we won't get nowhere this season. I still have a lot of optimism that Arsenal can do good things. But if our goals are above Champions League, if there was even a chance of that, because Man City are amazing, by the way, I kind of don't see it happening now. But again, we're here to be proven wrong. For all we know, right? This is for all we know. Sambi Lokonga becomes a good defensive midfielder and Arsenal can rely upon him. And Partey absence isn't felt. And on the right wing, you've got Vieira can play there, Marquinhos can play there, Nelson can play there, and Saka doesn't get injured. But I just think it's risky. I think it's very risky. And I'm not sure, man. Let's have a look around the rest of the transfer news anyway, see if anything else is happening. Right now, it's just bare Arsenal fans on the timeline, very angry, depressed, annoyed. Do you know what this almost feels like, right? It feels like, when you take a kid to a candy store and you promise him a sweet, right? And he's all excited about a sweet. I appreciate the super chat. And it's all about I want that sweet. And he's been promised that and he's excited about it. And then you take him to the candy shop and you don't give him anything. That level of, that excitement that you have and is taken from you, get nothing. You feel extra annoyed. And Arsenal fans were promised more signings. We were all told signings were going to be made. Fabrizio said it. Arteta was saying we're going to make signings. And it hasn't happened. And it is very annoying. It's very annoying. And I'm not angry. I'm just a bit disappointed. Because I think we're there. I really think there's a lot of belief in myself and the fans of this team. Going to the Emirates, the fans believe in the team. If only Edu and the rest of the Arsenal transfer committee could have just got those extra 2 signings, I think we could have done something special. And we still could. But I'm just looking for more transfer news right now. There's another one from TalkSport. They're not too reliable, but they have been all right during the window. And what they are saying here is that Douglas Luiz to Arsenal is over. That's what they're saying. We don't know if that's confirmed yet. But we have to wait and see if Fabrizio confirms anything, if David Ornstein confirms anything. But, a lot of the sources that you'd say are fairly reliable are all kind of on the same page right now, that it's either very unlikely, near impossible, or the deal is over. Douglas Luiz, by the way, we'll go through this right now, but I'm going to show you guys. He's on his way to London. Let me show you this first. Right. This isn't breaking news, but this came out in the last, 20 minutes or so. And it is that Kia Jorbajan, is it Jorbajan or GB? I don't know how to pronounce it. Kia Jorbajan is trying to take Douglas Luiz to Arsenal until the end. The super agent hasn't given up, even though it looks like it's very unlikely a deal at this point. That is from Riesa Simplicio of Goal Brazil. Kia is, it looks like he's the agent of Douglas Luiz. He is, of course, Brazilian as well, I think, or has good connections to Brazilian players. And there were some reports that if he is the agent, he was there yesterday at the Emirates Stadium. But truth be told, I think he can do as much as he wants. I think Douglas Luiz can put in a transfer request or whatever. Aston Villa just don't want to accept. They don't want to accept £25 million. And it's not about finances, because I think that's a very good offer. I don't think Arsenal have undersold them in terms of the finances. I just think Villa have gone, right, we're struggling. We haven't won that many games. He's an important player. We can't lose him at this late stage of the window. So my less concern here is Arsenal have not put a right offer here. My bigger concern here is, if you wanted to sign Douglas Luiz, why did you wait until the end of the transfer window, the final day, to make an offer? Because I guarantee to you, by the way, if Arsenal had made the same offer, £25 million last week, 3 days ago, 2 days ago, I think this transfer could have happened. We could have signed Douglas Luiz. But they waited and they waited and they waited. And last minute, they made a £20 million offer for Danilo, rejected. Then they made a £25 million offer for Douglas Luiz. It's just a bit panicky. It is a bit panicky. There's no masking that. It is very, very panicky. It's just a bit weird because, it looked like Arsenal turned the corner. It looked like Arsenal had become this very, organised team, clear plans, clear strategies. And then over these last 2 days, they've kind of not opened my eyes, but they've kind of made me think again, hang on, maybe Arsenal aren't quite there behind the scenes. Maybe there are still a few little things that we need to work on. But look. I'm just looking around Twitter right now. I'm trying to find more updates as they come in. But yeah, right now it's all things happening. Let's go through this first though. Let me show you guys this first. So now this is where I got a bit more hope, and as they say, the hope that kills you as an Arsenal fan. This is where I got a little bit more hope, right? When I saw this, and what it was. Oh, the initial tweet's been deleted, but I can't really show you the initial one. But this is the other one. So there was a video of an Aston Villa fan today driving past the house of Douglas Luiz, and he had spotted a black, I think was it a cab or whatever it was, a chauffeur. Something that you normally see in transfers, where if something's happening, they get in those vans and they or their cars and they drive to Arsenal, right? Someone saw that, and the idea was that something related to Arsenal. Had Arsenal sent him a cab to come to the Emirates, which is very possible, by the way. And then some Arsenal fan, don't know how he does this, by the way, but he seems to have spotted that exact same car on the motorway. I don't know if he's coming to London or anything, but he spotted that car. So Arsenal fans here are FBI agents again. The FBI agents here are out in full force. I don't know how he's done this, but he has spotted the car. And there are some whispers that Luiz is on his way to London, not because a deal is completed or agreed, but in hope that if Villa can agree the fee, then Arsenal can sort the transfer out. But listen, what have we got? Less than 45 minutes, 42 minutes or so, to get a contract sorted out, to sign him, to get the medical sorted out, to sign the contract. Listen, I just don't think it's gonna happen. And look, I don't know. I don't know, man. Okay, well, we got another one from Fabrizio. We're clinging on here. This is on the shoestring right now, isn't it? This is on the final legs. Fabrizio Romano says, on Luiz to Arsenal, the feeling is that it won't happen, but it's not off yet. So even Romano saying, listen, it's basically over, but it's not over. Because Arsenal have made the offer, and unless Aston Villa have a late change of heart and they go, right, we're going to accept £25 million, thank you very much, or Luiz is able to truly force their hands and go, I want to go to Arsenal, let me go to Arsenal, and they accept that, this is going to happen. This isn't going to happen. And this is why I was, you know what, I wanted to do a longer live stream today. I wanted to go live 3 hours ago, 2 hours ago, but I wasn't sure, man. I wasn't sure because it looked like nothing was going to happen. I don't want to just sit here and talk about nothing. We will regret not signing a DM, so dumb, says Kobe Sparks. There's another super chat here. We didn't act sooner because El Neni got injured, geez. See, that's the thing though. Why were we reactionary? And look, you could argue that maybe Arsenal felt, and fans won't agree with this, not all fans will agree with this, that El Neni was enough to get us Champions League football. That El Neni and Partey and Sambi were enough. And to be fair, that is 3 midfielders there. You know, it's not like we have no defensive midfielders. I think fans just want more quality. But I'm also going to have a little bit of a conversation about Douglas Luiz, the player himself. Even if we're not going to sign him, I don't think he's the guy. I'm going to be honest, I don't think he is a signing that I would have been too excited about. You know, I think he could have been a decent little, not short-term option, but a signing that, I guess, as a cover was calm. But the reason why I'm not so excited is because he isn't a level raiser. it doesn't make our Arsenal team go from, where we are now to, I guess, competing for a title or even securing Champions League football. I think he could have been a decent little signing in terms of maybe replacing El Neni, but that's about it. He isn't a long-term replacement of Thomas Partey. And I also think now, I know it's a long time away now, but these next 2 windows of January and next summer in particular, the goal for Arsenal has to be, let's go out there and let's sign a big blockbuster number 6. I know we've got Thomas Partey, but I've kind of given up on Partey in the sense of he cannot stay fit. He cannot stay fit. Fabrizio's tweeted apparently. Let's see what Fabrizio says. Fabrizio, what have you said? Is it the final dagger? Give me the dagger. Let me go to bed. I can't be asked. I can't be asked. I seriously can't be asked. Ornstein has reported it as well. David Ornstein says, breaking news. Like, I'm in a good mood. I'm always in a good mood because, listen, you guys are always here, so I appreciate that. But there's just something about today. It's just annoying me at this stage. Ornstein says, bid rejected, and it sounds like Arsenal's pursuits for Aston Villa midfielder Douglas Luiz is over. That's David Ornstein. That's basically a dagger. It isn't a confirmation that it's over, but it's basically over. So that's the first dagger. Oh, man. Do you know what's the maddest thing? And you guys can confirm this to me. Right? Where are you watching from and what time is it there? Because I'm guaranteeing there's some fans up at like 4, 5 a.m, some stupid times, hoping Arsenal can sign a player. Maybe they've got some work tomorrow to do, or they've got to go school tomorrow. And Arsenal have kind of disappointed. There is no signing as it stands. Unless, of course, something out of nothing happens. Where's the Fabrizio Romano tweet? I'm looking for Fabrizio's tweet. Luiz is a great player. Look at that. It's 2:52 in India. Is that 5:30 p.m. or a.m.? 5 a.m. Do you know what I mean? Like, look at that. Okay, that's a bit better. That's still better. 3 a.m. I've got to work in 3 hours. Listen, my friend. This is what Arsenal fans do. And this is what I mean. You know how some fans go, international fans, they're not real fans, and because they haven't been to the Emirates. I think you guys are just as big fans as Arsenal fans that are privileged enough to go to the Emirates, because you're staying up at these times for transfer dues. Like, it's insane. So respect to all of you guys there. Fabrizio's tweeted. So we're going to go for some more, I guess, breaking news. Right, here we go. Aston Villa have rejected one more proposal from Arsenal for Douglas Luiz. Arsenal have still not left the negotiations, but it's looking really complicated. Why have Arsenal not left negotiations? Why have they not left negotiations? Is there something they're holding on to? Oh man, it's the hope that's killing me. Just Fabrizio, bro. Just say, you know what? Transfers off. See you later. We all go to bed. And all the beautiful people that are watching from across the world can go to bed and focus on work tomorrow or whatever the task at hand is. Just end it, right? Just end it. In my head, I don't think Arsenal are going to sign him. I've said it to myself. It's not happening, right? I've kind of admitted defeat. Okay, there's another super chat I've missed out here. I'm trying to get it back on screen here, though. Where is it gone? Where is it gone? Where is it gone? I can read it, but I can't put it on the screen because it's disappeared. It's from Vijay, who says, we are not signing anyone. Take all the points we can before these injuries take a toll on us and go on a downward spiral. It's 3 a.m. in India right now. Jeez. Injuries, man. It was our curse last season, and it might be the same again. 320 in Bangladesh. Listen, we are international FC. It's in Nigeria as well. Jeez, man. Jeez. Okay, I want to ask you guys a question for the chat. I'm going to ask you guys a question. Do you believe, with Arsenal right now looking like they're signing no one on deadline day, and their signings of Zinchenko, Jesus, Fabio Vieira, Matt Turner, and Marquinhos, I don't think I'm forgetting anyone here. Those 5 signings, is that window good enough for Arsenal for our goals this season? Is that enough for Arsenal to get Champions League football? That's the question I want to ask you guys. I want to ask you that question. Answer it. Is that enough, or is it a failure? Are Arsenal fans, I guess, right to be overreactionary and they go and say season's over, even though we obviously played 5 games, won 5 games, are top of the league? What are your thoughts on the window now? Now that the window is basically over in half an hour's time, 35 minutes, what do you think's happening? What do you think? So we got yeses and nos. It's quite a few nos. Quite a few nos. A lot of nos. Shambolic end to the transfer window. I agree on that. But I don't know if it's been a shambolic transfer window in general. That's my thing. 2 p.m. in Los Angeles. Oh, no, I need to go to LA. I need to go LA. More than enough, at least till January. See, there is a good point of it, you know. See, Arsenal... I'm going to say this one more time. Arsenal's first team. This is my, I guess, saviour and my hope. I think Arsenal has strengthened the first team, the starting 11 enough, with the introduction of Jesus and Zinchenko and maybe, Fabio Vieira. We'll wait and see. But those two signings, Zinchenko and Jesus, I think those are enough for the first team, the starting 11, to be Champions League level. And we're talking about squad depth here, but we have got a lot of positions where Arsenal do have a lot of depth. Right back now, Ben White can play there, Tomiyasu can play there, and if worse comes to worse, you've got Cedric Suarez. Left back, you've got Tierney, you've got Zinchenko. Centre backs, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Rob Holding. I think we're fine there. Goalkeeper, I'm not sure about Matt Turner, but we've got Ramsdale and you have to hope he stays fit. But it's 2 goalkeepers there. Left wing, you've got Smith Rowe, Martinelli. Let's not forget Jesus can play there as well. On the right-hand side, though, it's where it's the concern. It's just Saka. Unless, of course, you count Marquinhos and Nelson and maybe Jesus, who's played there last season for Man City. And I think that was his most played position. That's the area there. We've only got one real out-and-out right winger that's of top quality. Number 10, we've got Odegaard, we've got Smith Rowe, we've got Vieira, Xhaka can play as 8. You've got Sambi can play there as well. Midfield, we've got Partey, Sambi, El Neni. I don't think he really counts anymore because he's injured for a while. Is that squad enough to get Champions League football? Because you look at Spurs then, and I'm not trying to praise Spurs on this channel, for God's sake, but they've got options in midfield, even if they're not all quality. They've got Bentancur, Højbjerg, Bissouma. That's quality. That's quality there, and I think, looking back at it now, and I do want to say it, if we were making £25 million offers for Douglas Luiz on transfer deadline day, why did Arsenal not sign Yves Bissouma, who is available for, £5 million extra? That's my question. That's my, I'm not looking forward to that. 6 out of 10, average window, not enough for Champions League, says Mohammed. Someone says, I don't trust Sambi. Is that something that we all think? Ben White can play DM. He has played there before for Leeds. But I'm not sure if he's reliable enough. I don't know, Bavs, not with the fixtures in the next 90 days. We have a fulcrum. We need a fulcrum 6, even with the firepower up front. I agree. Do you guys trust in Sambi? Bro, you're being too negative. It's not. Trust me. I'm not trying to be negative. I really am. And if there's one Arsenal fan that is on, I guess, YouTube, so I'm trying to be as positive as I possibly can. Right? I'm trying. But it's very hard. I'm not trying to be reactionary as well. I'm not trying to say here right now what Arsenal have done. It's over and the season's over, because I don't think it is over. I think Arsenal have got a lot of things still to play for. When this is all dependent on injuries. There's also a chance that if Arsenal don't get injuries, we're still a good team, right? So this is just, I guess, anticipating injuries. And I think, as that comment just said before, it's hope for the best until January, or at least until November. And then when January transfer window opens, sign some players. It cannot be like last window in January where Arsenal signed just no one. We signed no one. We could have signed a striker, didn't sign him, didn't sign a midfielder, and I think that cost us Champions League. You look at Spurs, for example, and they have signed so many players in January. Bentancur, Kulusevski, and that was a difference. Those players got them Champions League football. I'm trying to find a super chats here. Here's the first one from Miles Smith. We offered £25 million for Luiz, who has 1 year left on his contract. Tielemans also has 1 year left. Arsenal agreed to join Arsenal, but the fee of £25 million is too high. I don't understand Arsenal. I don't think that fee is too high. I don't think the fee is too high for Tielemans. I think Arsenal have just not signed Tielemans because I guess it's not the profile they want. I know fans will disagree, but I guess that is the fact that they don't want Tielemans because they don't see him as the perfect profile as a number 6. But this is what I don't understand, by the way, Miles. Why would you chase a player since January? Open negotiations with his agent. Agree personal terms with a guy. Make him kind of convinced that Arsenal are going to make an offer. I've spoken to actually quite a few guys that have kept told me, by the way. They kept saying, Arsenal have briefed Tielemans' agent, they're going to make an offer. They kept saying that to him. That's why Tielemans was saying no to other teams. I've heard some rumours that United made an offer, and Tielemans said, you know what, I don't want to go there. I want to go to Arsenal. So Tielemans clearly was convinced that Arsenal were going to make an offer, and now the window is basically closed again in half an hour, and there has been no offer. That's where I don't understand. Why would you tell the guy you're going to make an offer, agree personal terms, and then not pay the 25, 30 million pounds? Or is it the fact that Leicester was still hoping to keep him for 35, 40? We don't know. But I do agree, Miles. I really think Arsenal have missed the player there. And, this reminds me a little bit of January, where we missed out on some good players, and the one that hurts me the most, really hurts me to this day, is Bruno Guimaraes. Can you imagine Bruno Guimaraes in his Arsenal team? Can you imagine? What was he cost? £35 million, by the way? As a number 8, as a number 6. He was there, he was available, he was waiting for Arsenal at one stage. And I think it was just a matter of, is he the right guy? Is he not the right guy? And they waited, and teams just came in. And Newcastle signed him. And look at him now. I don't know, man. One stage Arsenal looked proactive and looks amazing. And then you have moments like this where they look a bit reactionary. And I think I can say that because, making a £25 million offer for a player who has been available all window in the final hours of the window, that is reactionary. That is panicking, right? No matter how much you wanted the player, he was always there. You could have signed, if he was the signing you wanted to make, you could have signed him yesterday, the day before that, the last week, the last month. You wait until the deadline day to sign a player. It's not the sign of a team that it knows exactly what they want. I still think there's a plan in place. I still think Arsenal have great things to achieve. And I think Arteta is the right guy for Arsenal. But I also understand now there'll be a lot of fans asking questions if I do. So, is what it is. There's more super chats as well. I'm going to try to find them as well because there's so many comments. You guys are so active right now. Jeez. I'm not trying to miss them out. If I did miss it out, please let me know. I'll find it again. Sinan G says, if we kept Pepe for depth and bought another central midfielder, it would have been a 9 out of 10 window. Don't know why we let him go without replacing him. At the moment, 7 out of 10. I agree. 7 out of 10 for me. But I also want to be wary of rating windows before we see them play. Because I think windows like, for example, last season, Arsenal signed Ramsdale and White and whatever, and we were given that window 2 out of 10s, 4 out of 10s, 5 out of 10s, and it ended up being a pretty good window, right? So I think let's see these players play first. Let's see how Fabio Vieira plays, how Zinchenko plays, how Jesus plays across the entirety of the season. And if they bang, we can rate the window a 10 out of 10, a 9 out of 10. But if it is a fact that we end up being caught out for lack of depth, and other players don't quite adapt, then it is going to be more of a 6, 5 out of 10 window. So I kind of would hold the ratings back. Any news on Danilo? Says Daniel Garcia. So Arsenal made an offer. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just keep that for a second. I'm going to open up a new tab for that because we've got some report on that as well. But that really isn't for more breaking news. But I'm just trying to find some more of the super chats for now because I appreciate you guys that are sending in the donations. Thank you so much. Here's another one from Ari Pai. He says, mate, Fabrizio Romano is my dad. Is my dad's friend, and he told my dad Arsenal made a bid for Yuri just now, and it could happen. Let's get it. They went to school together. Listen, Ari, something tells me you ain't telling the truth, but I appreciate the humour. Another super chat. It says 9 out of 10 window. Arteta knows better than all of us. I agree. I do agree. Arteta does know more than us because we are fans. They are the people in charge. But I also think fans are right to be frustrated because I think everyone can see we needed just a little bit more depth. I don't think Arteta is the issue in the sense of he's not good tactically enough to get us Champions League, but I think squad depth, there is an issue there, and I think that's why fans are frustrated. So I'm not going to sit here and just kind of wash it down and go, right, Arsenal are amazing, everything's rosy, let's all be happy. There are things to be frustrated about, but at the same time, there's both sides of it. Arsenal have also made a lot of progress, 5 wins out of 5, top of the league. You can't be too depressed as an Arsenal fan. I'm trying to find the rest of the super chats, and then we're going to get an update on Danilo. So stay tuned for that. If you have not already, smash the like button and also subscribe if you are new. Thank you so much for all the support you've given me across all season. Yo, Babs, only hope that kills us Arsenal fans. Always kills us Arsenal fans. Oh, man. For what I know, I'm going to go back on Twitter and we're going to sign Douglas Luiz out of nowhere. Right. I think that's the end of the super chats. I think that's the end. Oh, there's one more here. I swear on my life, I don't believe you, my friend. I don't believe you. Right, there you go. Okay, let's get an update on Danilo. Where is it? I'm trying to find the exact report here that I think I liked it earlier, actually. But essentially, it's about the Palmeiras midfielder, Danilo. Okay, here's one here from the transfer news checker. I know, I appreciate that not everyone thinks he's that reliable, but I've spoken to him. I think he's a very reliable guy. It says that Arsenal, of course, made the third offer. We've spoken about that. But he says either it's accepted, which it obviously hasn't been, or Arsenal revisit a deal for Danilo in January. Now, Danilo was a player that Arsenal made a £20 million offer for yesterday. That was rejected because Palmeiras want to keep him because right now they are in, I think, the semi-finals of the Copa Libertadores, which is the South American Champions League. And essentially what's happened there is they want to keep him because if they can make it through to the final and win that, that's massive for them. Their season ends in November after the World Cup, or just before the World Cup, I think. And in January, he should be available. Now, Danilo is a long-term target for Arsenal. He seems to be something they have planned for the future, but they were trying to bring forwards in this window. They made an offer, which I think was pretty acceptable, but obviously Palmeiras want to keep the player until the end of the season, which you can also understand. But the update on Danilo is it looks like it's going to be a transfer that Arsenal will try to make happen in January. And realistically speaking, if he is your target, with the price tag he's available for, and the fact that he is most likely going to be available for a transfer, I don't see why Arsenal don't make it happen. But right now it's about this window, and that's where Arsenal fans are most concerned about. I'm trying to see if there's any more updates. I'm betting right now Fabrizio Romano's phone is absolutely going off. But yeah, in terms of Douglas Luiz, it is a matter of... Oh, Zinchenko has just joined Fabrizio Romano on his Twitch stream. I wish I could watch that right now, but obviously I'm talking to you lovely people. I'm going to watch that later. Alright, what else have we got here? What else have we got? It's just fans just panicking. Babs, what are your predictions for the game on Sunday? I'm not too confident. I should be, obviously, but I'm not too confident because United have picked up form. They won again today. It's at Trafford as well, and Arsenal have a couple injuries. We're not sure if Zinchenko is going to be fit. Listen, if Zinchenko starts the game, Arsenal should win the game, and comfortably. If Zinchenko doesn't start the game and you've got Tierney, I'm not saying Tierney's a bad player, but I just think he's not as good as Zinchenko on the ball. And if you're going to play Sambi as a number 6, you need to have someone next to him that can also control the tempo, and that's Zinchenko, not Tierney. So I'm hoping Arsenal get the win. Obviously optimistic we can get the win. But I'm also just a little bit... I'm not sure. I'm going to go for Arsenal 2-1. Maybe a draw, but I'm going to go 2-1. Hope for the best. Give me some news. I'm just seeing the same reports now. I'm going to change my Twitter timeline to thing. There's a lot of Eduards in the comments. Bid accepted for Fabrizio. I wish, man. That would be crazy. That would be so Arsenal, man. I don't understand why we didn't sign Cody Gakpo. We needed a tall option up front. Huge miss. He is tall, but I don't think he's a striker. He's a wide forward. But I think he's staying, actually. I think Leeds trying to sign him today. Southampton trying to sign him today. But PSV kept him. And we're going to see Cody Gakpo at the Emirates Stadium. Not for Arsenal, though. For PSV in 2 weeks' time. So, if he's that good, we're going to have to wait and see. See, this is what I don't understand, right? This is a report from The Mirror back in June. And that was that Arsenal are set for a £215 million spending spree. We had a budget. And we spent 120 of that. I was always convinced that Arsenal were going to spend up to £200 million because you look at the other clubs, they've spent a lot of money. Man United have spent, I think, over 150 or more than Arsenal. Chelsea have spent 270. I think even Spurs have spent up to 160, 70. Now, I appreciate that £120 million is not nothing. It's still investment. But comparing it to our rival teams and where Arsenal were last season, I think we could have spent a bit more. I think we could have spent just a little bit more. But, yeah, listen, is what it is. Will Aubameyang celebrate against us and be booed? What do you think, Babs? Well, that is the breaking news from today. That is a bit of a heartbreak for myself. I'm not too fussed about it, but obviously it's a bit annoying that an ex-Arsenal captain has signed for a rival team. But yeah, let me just get it on screen right now so Arsenal fans that haven't seen it today can see it. Here we go. And that is that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to Chelsea. Here we go. Oba. Oh, that looks so weird. That looks so weird, man. That's not meant to happen. Aubameyang's going to Chelsea. Aubameyang is in London right now, completing his move to Chelsea. It is just so weird. Last interview, Arteta says, Zinchenko, can you play holding midfield? When asked on versatility of Zinni, do you think we may see Xhaka, Zinchenko midfield against Man United and KT left back? It's not a bad shout. And I'll tell you what about that. You know, I'm not trying to go into tactics right now, but that is not a bad shout. And I'll tell you why. Zinchenko is a very good player on the ball. But as a left back against United, who have Sancho, maybe Anthony, Rashford, Alanga, whoever, they got pace, right? I'm a bit weary that Zinchenko would get maybe a bit caught out defensively. And so Tierney, wherever he is on the ball, he is a lot better than Zinchenko off the ball defensively. So I don't think it's actually a bad shout to put in Zinchenko in midfield, maybe as in the Xhaka role or in the Sambi role, and put Tierney left back. But I just think he has to be fit first. And if he is playing, it will give me a lot more confidence that Arsenal can win the game. I think Zinchenko is very important. And I think it's possible, but I also kind of think Sambi was good against Aston Villa. So I don't think Arteta is just going to drop him. And if he does, it will be a bit of like a confidence blow and maybe not the best man management. But let me know what you think about that. Should we start Zinchenko in midfield against Man United on Sunday? What else we got? Sancho is slow. Yeah, but he's a techie player, man. Zinni was not even on the bench. Yeah, he was not on the bench, but he was training. So that indicates that he basically was fit, but Arsenal chose not to risk him. So he should be fit and available. Fingers crossed, should be fit and available for the game on Sunday. But does he start over Tierney and left back, who've got the wingers? I don't know. But in terms of Aubameyang, talk to me about Pierre. I don't want to keep that foot on for too long, but he's going to Chelsea, an ex-Arsenal captain. What do we make of the transfer? Does that ruin Aubameyang's Arsenal legacy? If fans that saw him as a legend, is he still an Arsenal legend? I think for me, he's more of a cult hero than a legend, even though he, of course, won an FA Cup. Yeah, I'll bet the Chelsea. What are you saying? Remove the Judas on screen. Is he a Judas for that, though? Is he a Judas for going to Chelsea? Because obviously Barca wanted to sell him. And he's accepted a move. He's come back to London. Is he a Judas for that? Are we blaming Aubameyang? Or can you guys understand that? What else we've got? Transfer news. I'm going to remove this, by the way. I need to find something else to change this for. I'm going to just put Alonso. Right? I can't see Aubameyang in a Chelsea shirt. We're going to keep Marcos Alonso here. We cannot see Pierre in that Chelsea shirt. What else we got? I'm confused. Why has Douglas Luiz update? Why has Jason Burt just tweeted out, like literally just a minute ago or so, that Arsenal have made one final bid for Douglas Luiz? Because he was the first guy that said transfer was off. So why is he now just tweeted out again that we've made an offer? Like surely he'd say we made an offer and it was rejected? Or is he trying to get some clicks? Is it that? Please give us updates on the transfers in the last minute. I'm trying. I'm seeing whatever comes up. He's a Judas. Yeah, it's been rejected. Ornstein's confirmed it. Fabrizio's confirmed it. So why he's said it now, 17 minutes late, it's a bit confusing. But yeah. Oh, man. Where's this been? You got a little update here from Fabrizio. Still nearly 4,000 of you guys watching, bro. You guys are sensational. You guys are different gravy. Who said that? Again? Someone said different gravy. You guys are different gravy. Zinchenko tells Romano that he's keeping an eye on Douglas Luiz situation and asks Jesus what's going on, but he didn't know. So the Arsenal players know. We're looking for someone, and he's keeping an eye on Douglas Luiz. But yeah, nothing right now. I think the only thing Arsenal could do right now that could, I guess, not salvage the window, but I guess make Arsenal fans just a little bit happy again, is announce Saliba's brand new contract. Announce Saliba number 2, because If you guys aren't aware, I'll get on screen right now for you. There is a vacancy of the number 2 shirts because I'm trying to find the proper tweet here from Romano himself. Bear with for a sec. Why'd you get the photo anyways? I can't find the tweet. But yeah, Hector Bellerin is essentially officially a Barcelona player. He has left Arsenal on a free transfer. I'll get the tweet up from David Ornstein actually. Arsenal have got a sell-on clause in his contract, meaning that if Barca choose to sell him, then Arsenal will get some sort of fee there. What I don't understand is, this is what I don't understand, right? So you got that news there, that he's going to Barcelona. That's confirmed, basically. Why would you have a sell-on clause for a player who has signed a 1-year contract? They're not going to sell him in January, right? So his contract expires next season. So then why would you have a sell-on clause on a player, a 25% sell-on clause on a player, who's not going to leave but become a free agent in the summer? That makes no sense. It makes no sense. Unless someone can explain it to me and I'm missing something here. How does that make any sense? His contract's been terminated. He's gone to Barcelona, signed a 1-year contract, which expires next summer, and Arsenal have got a 25% sell-on clause, as if he's some young player who's 21 years of age signed a 5-year contract. It makes no sense. Yeah, of course, in case he renews, but then surely that's a different case. Because if he renews, that's a brand new contract, which means he has brand new stipulations. I don't know, maybe that is the case where his new contract would have that as well, but I don't expect Bellerin to be sold. That being said though, I think maybe someone just said it right now, it's maybe because of the Aubameyang deal. We let Aubameyang go for free. He has now gone to Chelsea for, I think, £10 million. So maybe it is Arsenal trying to learn from their mistakes. But I don't expect for Bellerin to go to Barca, start games and become a player worth value. If he does, fair enough. As Hydro Blaze says, OG subscriber of the channel, like and subscribe. Would appreciate that. Yeah, in total we have 13 minutes left of the window. We're waiting to see if anything happens. We're here, we're live, and we're anticipating anything. Right? But I don't know, man. I just don't know. I'm just seeing if there's any more updates. So if I do go quiet, it's because I'm looking to see if anything's happening. Right? But so far, there isn't anything that is breaking right now. We have to keep an eye on Fabrizio Romano, of course, is live right now, and he's obviously speaking to all the agents at the same time. Someone just said we're approaching our shoving time. Yeah. Are we going to get a last minute shoving? Shoving! I guess for now we're going to just have to talk about this while I get any more updates coming up. Jesus, Vieira, Zinchenko, Marquinhos, Matt Turner. Yes, a lot of departures, but not many fees. No cover for defensive midfield, or a proven alternative to Saka. How would you rate the window out of 10? I'd say, right now, having not seen Vieira play, or Marquinhos as well, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, I don't know, 6.5. That's me being optimistic, by the way. But I think a lot of fans are going to give that a lot lower, because there is no right winger, no defensive midfielder. 6, yeah, I think 6 is the general consensus. I do agree with 6 out of 10, to be honest. I don't expect it to be 9s or 10s, but some fans will say 9s and 10s because, you know. What's going on, man? What's going on? Arsenal are still pushing. The reports are claiming Arsenal are still pushing for Douglas Luiz. But there's 11 minutes left. There's no chance that a bid gets accepted. Arsenal sort out a medical and sign the contracts at 11 minutes. So, unless, of course, they sign that, I think there's like a deal sheet where you can sign and you can get an extension for like, I think, extra half an hour, an hour. That's about it. I remember back in January 2000, was it 6 or 7 or 8, Arsenal signed Arshavin and we announced it the next day. So, it has happened before, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. I'm just looking for any more updates. Drastically, frantically refreshing the timeline. But, jeez. Let me show you this. Big up to the 4,000 beautiful people watching right now. We've got Super Mick Arteta. He knows exactly what we need. Tierney at the back. Gabby in attack. Absolutely no one in midfield. We've got Sambi. Here's someone there. Arsenal, why'd you do this to us? You gave us hope. You're not meant to give us hope, man. You should have just told us, 2 weeks ago, we're signing no one. Calm, I accept it. You can't give us hope, man. Why'd you give us hope? It kills us. Tielemans to Arsenal. Well, Tielemans ain't coming right now. There's no chance Tielemans comes at this stage of the window. But on a free transfer in in the summer, it's possible. But are we going to wait an entire year of Tielemans? I don't know, man. But in terms of Luiz, by the way, this is one thing that surprised me. And obviously, I don't think it really matters that much anymore. But there's something to obviously talk about here. Liverpool made a last-minute attempt to sign him. But they couldn't sign him because he wanted to go to Arsenal. So that basically confirms that Luiz was very intent on signing for Arsenal. He really wanted to sign for Arsenal. And Steven Gerrard has blocked his move. And I think for Luiz it will be a bit annoying because it's very rare that you see Arsenal go for players twice, having not signed them. Very rare. I can't think of many players that Arsenal have made attempts to sign in one window, haven't signed him, and then signed him in the next window. The only player I can think of is Lacazette, maybe. And that's about it. That's literally about it. So, yeah. Into the final 8 minutes of the window, unless we get some sort of, I guess, I don't know, injury time goal, back post. There's nothing that we're getting. So I'm not trying to give you guys any hope right now of saying anyone's gonna sign anything. Who do you guys blame for this? If anyone, do you guys blame someone for this? Do you guys blame the Edu for this? Is it Arteta's fault? Is it the owner's fault? Or is it just the fact of Arsenal have left it too late? Is it something that... And also, if we had signed Douglas Luiz for £25 million, right? Would that have been a good transfer? Would you have accepted that as a good investment at 35? Everyone's just... The entire chat's just gone, Edu. You know what? I'm being weary here, right? I'm not trying to back Edu here because I don't know what's happening. But I'm also trying to understand that transfers aren't just a one-man thing. There's the transfer committee, there's the board, there's Edu, there's the negotiators, the contract negotiators, the agents, the clubs. I don't know, man. Maybe it's a collective failure. I think that's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to blame one individual and scapegoat him and just go by the trend. But I do believe that Arsenal, towards the end, as a collective, have failed their entire mission. Maybe Richard Garlick. Yeah, well, look, Richard Garlick's also a negotiator. So maybe he tried to negotiate a deal and he couldn't negotiate it. I think blaming Edu it's almost a scapegoat. We don't know if it's just Edu, right? But, yeah. Positive vibes, no blame. Positive vibes. We are top of the league. Do you know what, right? Tonight I'm going to go to bed a bit angry, a bit depressed. But I'm going to get just a last minute, screenshot of the Premier League table. See Arsenal top and just go, you know what? It'll be fine. Oh, I've accepted it. I'm at the, stages of grief. Party can't stay fit. Do you guys believe that next window, or in January, or even in the summer, Arsenal should replace Thomas Partey with a long-term signing? And if so, who with? I've heard some rumours but I've heard some Arsenal fans say, let's go big for Declan Rice, which would cost upwards of £100 million. I do believe the next windows, the key for Arsenal will be signing that wide forward and a blockbuster defensive midfielder. And look, maybe if Arsenal end up signing this big number 6 in the summer, next season or in January, we look back at this and go, okay, maybe it makes sense. But with Partey's injury record kept in mind, should we replace him with the new number 6? Let's get to Tonali. I don't think he's going. Edu's getting so much stick. Caicedo, that's a good shout. Caicedo's a very good shout, but I think Liverpool want to sign him as well. Lukonga doesn't start for a reason. He's good, but he's not a starting 6. I agree. Someone just said Milinkovic-Savic. Savic isn't a 6, he's more of an 8. So I think he'd be a good signing, but not as a number 6. He's more of a attack-minded player. Babs, chill out. We had players in midfield until last week. Yeah, that's what I also want to say though. Like, Arsenal leaving a last minute, even though it looks very unorganised, a week ago they had Partey fit, Elneny fit, Sambi fit. That's 3 midfielders there. There's no way they anticipated 2 of those players to just get injured like that, right? And you know what? Even if Arsenal had, I guess, 2 players in every position, there's still a chance they could get injured. Injuries happen all the time, right? This isn't a matter of Arsenal. Maybe it was a fact that they had kept Elneny in mind and gone, right, maybe he's enough. Maybe he's enough. But I don't think he was enough. I think Arsenal should have improved anyways. But they haven't. It is what it is. We're into the final 5 minutes of the window. Final 5 minutes of the window. And, yeah. Ooh. Nothing there, nothing there. I thought I saw something, but it was nothing there. False alarm, false alarm. Give me something. Just give me anything. Just give me a Saliba new contract. Saliba new contract, Saka new contract, I'll take it. I'll take it. Just give me something. Is there any point of signing Vieira? Of course there is. And this is one thing I want to say though. Fabio Vieira is an option for right wing. Because he started there for the Arsenal Academy. He played most of his games there last season for Porto. I don't think he is the long-term solution to Saka's replacement. Or backup, sorry. But I do believe that, you know, it's going to be a matter of he can play out wide as well. And you've got obviously Marquinhos, and Marquinhos looks good. But listen. Oh, man. Oh, man. Shall I get a timer up or something? Babs, you remember me? Yes. Okay. Sambi should have pretended to be injured. Listen, that would have... But to be fair, they tried. They tried to sign one, innit? They tried to sign Douglas Luiz. Maybe the mystery midfielder is Edu Gaspar. Maybe it's him. Maybe Arteta plays himself in midfield. Luiz bid accepted. I wish. Actually, I don't know if I wish, man. I don't even know if he's the player I want to see Arsenal sign. Villa have just made an announcement. Villa have made an official announcement. And that is that they have completed a signing. They have signed Jan Bednarik. So this is what doesn't make sense to me, right? They've signed Dendonka, who can play as a centre-back, play midfield today. They've signed Bednarek. They've signed Kamara early in the window. Surely they've got enough cover now to let go of Douglas Luiz. Surely, right? I'm really confused here, right? What has happened to Aston Villa? Why have they been so intent on keeping him? I know he's a good player and they appreciate him as an important player, but why have they been so fixated on keeping him when they're most likely going to lose the player on a free transfer next summer? Is he worth wasting or missing out on £25 million? I don't know, man. I'm confused. Oh, goodness gracious me. I hope they go down. I hope they go down as well. I don't like Aston Villa. Bednarik is signed. Right, we're into the final 2 minutes of the window. Listen, I'm not going to be here for too much longer. Seriously, I'm annoyed. I'm a bit annoyed. I should calm down. I need to take some deep breaths, meditate or something. Why is Arsenal like this? Doesn't make sense. Themselves. Oh, I can't see the comment. Gerrard can... Okay, we're not going to say that. Sack Gerrard. Villa will get relegated. There's a lot of hate for Aston Villa. A lot of hate for Aston Villa. Aston Villa, you're a cheat. Odegaard's injured. I don't think he is. Do you know what? Let's get a little bit of an injury update for the game one thing. Because it looks like there's nothing else coming up out of nowhere. Unless there is, of course. So, for the game against United on Sunday, Thomas Partey is confirmed out. Elneny is confirmed out. So, it looks like the players that are returning is going to be Zinchenko. Now, Ramsdale played the game against Aston Villa towards the end of it with a bit of an injury. So Arteta said after the game that he's a bit of a doubt as well. But he's not fully sure. They have to assess him. But there's been no news today about any injuries. I think tomorrow or on Saturday, whenever it is, when Arteta gives his press conference, he'll get an update there. And Martin Odegaard's the other doubt as well, who has suffered, I think it was a ankle injury from a poor challenge from John McGinn. So he is a bit of a doubt as well for the game against Man United. But nothing confirmed there. Nothing confirmed there. What else have we got? What else have we got? What else have we got? I'm just going to go on Fabrizio's page, right? And just sit there and camp there and just keep refreshing. Because if anything's going to happen, it'll be Fabrizio Romano, right? Chelsea have... This is what I don't understand. Even Chelsea have signed a player. See, why couldn't Arsenal just sign a loan option? Why couldn't Arsenal just go up there and sign a short-term loan option? Because Chelsea have signed, for me, a decent little player in Zakaria, who, not on a massive deal, an expensive transfer, a loan transfer where if it works out, they sign him. If it doesn't work out, he goes back. That's what I don't understand. Even Liverpool signed Artemelo, but Arsenal didn't want to sign that. Super chat, he says, from Ron Raj, we have enough cover. White and Zinchenko can play in DM. Silly to pay more than £25 million for a player we can negotiate for in January. Could have been Villa playing games. We just don't know. Everyone calm down. Window is closed. It's closed, my people. It's over. Window is closed. I hope they've released a graphic here. But transfer window's over. No new midfielder. I'm sure Sky have done it. Oh, something's happening. Someone's just said, I hope you're ready for this. We'll see if something happens there. But official confirmed the 2022 summer transfer window is officially closed. Lock off. Arsenal have signed 5 players, which are Jesus, Zinchenko, Fabio Vieira, Marquinhos, Matt Turner. No backup in defensive midfield. No backup for Bukayo Saka. And not even a backup centre-back. But forget about that. No backup for midfield and wide forwards. 5 signings. But 5 wins out of 5, top of the league. I don't know, man. There's 2 parts to me. One part says to me, Babs, be calm. You're too emotional right now. Have some rationale. Arsenal will be fine. And at least survive to January. But the other side of me is going, we were so close. We were so close. If we're just a little bit more proactive, just tried a little bit more, we could have signed some players and I guess confirmed the place. But nothing's ever confirmed in football anyways. Nothing's ever confirmed. What's happened? What has happened? But what are your thoughts of the window? Give me some honest thoughts of the window. Are Arsenal fans overreactionary here? Or is it... we didn't sleep for this. I'm so sorry. I can apologise, but it's not really my fault, is it? Arsenal. Love your videos. Also, £25 million for a backup makes no sense. When we can get him for free. Too much stress for this fan base. Everyone go to bed. I think that's the best what we can say. Everyone go to bed. Lock off. Go to bed. We'll see you later. Oh, man. I think, you know what? Arsenal fans are very emotional with transfers, though. So even though I understand frustration, I kind of think let's not go over the top. Season's over. We can't compete for anything. That's not the case. We will still be a good team, but it is just a matter of Arsenal are running a risk. And I think we have to pray that from now till until November, we get to the World Cup without any key injuries. Players return back from injury like Partey. We get some nice form. Players go to the World Cup. We come back and we go again. And then, by the way, when Arsenal come back, I think the return is set. If I can get the fixtures up here. Arsenal, after the World Cup, are set to return on December the 26th, which is 4 days before the opening of the next window. So for now, the focus for Arsenal, I'm going to get all the fixtures up on screen right now, because I think that's really how we have to end it today, is look to the future. Snipe says, do you think the idea is there that we're waiting until January and after the World Cup for signings? Yes, that is the plan, especially for the main man in Danilo. Danilo is a player that Arsenal want to sign. They're going to go for him again in January, I've heard. Obviously, in terms of the reports, they're saying that. And yeah, he is going to be available as well for a transfer because the season for Palmeiras will be over. So maybe that's the plan. Okay, here's the fixtures anyways. From now until all the way till this one here. Wolves away, November the 12th. So you've got all these fixtures here. Quite a lot of fixtures, by the way, in the space of a few months. From that Wolves away on the 12th of November to United away on September the 4th. These are the amount of games that Arsenal have. A lot of games, by the way. You've got Zurich on Thursday after United on Sunday. Then you've got Sunday, you've got Everton. Then Thursday, it's PSV. Then I think it's at Sunday again. We've got Brentford. Then you've got Spurs in the first game of October. Then you've got one of these two teams. Liverpool at home. Leeds, another Europa League game. You've got City, Southampton away, PSV away. I'm not too concerned about the Europa League group stages. I think Arsenal should breeze past them. But these games here, from, I'd say, after October, you've got Spurs at home, Liverpool at home, City at home, and Chelsea away. that, those games there really going to decide where we're going this season. Good night, boys. Yeah, to anyone that's left the chat, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for tuning in as always. And yeah, hopefully Arsenal can survive. Survival UFC. Survival UFC. This is so heartening. Luiz is official Arsenal player. I wish. Love, guys. Love to you guys as well, man. I have to be really appreciative for all the support that you guys have shown, for tuning in every night, every morning, wherever you watch it, afternoon, at work, before work. I appreciate the support as always. But yeah, the transfer window is officially closed. Arsenal have signed 5 players, but none on transfer deadline day. They tried to sign Douglas Luiz. It wasn't meant to be. 3 bids rejected. And now, it's on to Man United on Sunday. I'm not trying to be too negative. I think it's best that I guess, lock it off. And kind of, put my emotions to one side, wake up tomorrow fresh and go again and have a true reflection of what I make of this. So I'm not going to give any sweeping statements right now that Arsenal are the worst, Arsenal are the best. I'm thinking I'm going to just take a step back, relax for a second and see where Arsenal are tomorrow. But anyways, guys, I'm going to end it there and I don't want to waste you guys' time. So there's nothing to talk about anymore. So as always, make a big screen. As always, thank you so much for watching the live stream and all of you guys that have tuned in and subscribed over the course of the summer. It has been sensational. We have gone from, 80,000 subscribers to 120 basically. I mean, that's crazy. So even though Arsenal kind of fell towards the end, you guys have always been the MVPs. You've always succeeded and you guys have made this community even stronger and bigger. So long may it continue. There will be more videos coming up very soon of the Arsenal transfer news, Arsenal news, whatever happens on this channel. So make sure you subscribed, you turn on the post notifications, you've liked as well, and you've commented your thoughts on the window. There should be an upload tomorrow, but nothing confirmed yet. But there should be one tomorrow. On Saturday, I'm away. I'm in AC Milan to watch Inter Milan versus AC Milan. But then on Sunday, you've got the 5 things you learned for United versus Arsenal. So look forward to the content. Thank you so much, and I hope you have enjoyed this summer's episodic series of the Transfers FC. But I have been your boy Babs14. I need some sleep, and Arsenal needed some signings. No signings. It is what it is. Hopefully, we can sort it out, and we are still top of the league. Yep, we are still top of the league. That's the silver lining. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves from across the world, and in a bit.